Welcome back to Land to House. It's another exciting day on the homestead here. Emma has learned a little trick, and that is that she gets this bucket and I fill it up with water, and she gives the hydrangea some water. So let's do that. Here you go. Hold this bucket. Whoa! You found a butterfly. That's a butterfly. Wow. Wow. I just purchased 2 gallons of gas this morning to put in the new lawnmower. Figured I would try and do a little bit of that today. So our hill is pretty serious. It's going to take me a minute or two to work up the courage to try and tackle this thing, but it's got to be done. And I have seen my neighbor do that, so it can be done. I'd have to check again, but I think this has got a 3-gallon gas tank, which hopefully will be plenty enough for the kind of yard I'm going to be mowing. I went ahead and purchased the ethanol-free gas because that's what I put in my car and the four-wheeler. I think it'll do better that way. Last week I was up at my sister and brother-in-law's house, and my chainsaw chain was incredibly dull, and it got loose and then it popped off while I was using it. So I bought an Oregon, Emma's walking around, bought an Oregon chain here. Thought that I would replace this. Also, this piece right here got kind of chewed up, but I think it's going to be okay. It's really cute. Emma has discovered all of these butterflies down here, and she's just crouched down watching them. Last week I made a bridge for Emma because she really loves climbing over these things. Hey! What an amazing experience. This yard would probably take me around 3 hours to mow what I mowed in 1, maybe even longer, gosh. So I was able to mow this big hill, no problem. Mowed all of that. Got down here in the garden a little bit. It did fit through the gate, which is what I was hoping for. I just need to find some way of keeping the flap up. Mowed all that, up the roads. So it was very expensive, but well worth it. Well, I'm gonna go inside and eat some lunch and see. My dad and I were supposed to go for a little hike this afternoon. See if that's still gonna happen. My dad and I just got to the trailhead of Grandfather Mountain to do a little hike. The weather is looking pretty rough. Luckily we brought our rain gear, so hopefully we'll be good to go. So the reason that we are hiking today is for exercise, of course, but we are also going to be camping out here next weekend, and we needed to find out where to camp. So we've both been up here before, but for me it's been like 4 or 5 years, and for my dad it's been more like 15 years. So neither of us remember where the good camping spots are. But there's maybe 3 or 4 on this trail, and we're gonna try and get to 2 of them today and just scout them out. We've reached the first campsite. It's called the Profile. It's got a campsite here, one here, and one up here. And then of course, if you were hammock camping, you could find a place around here for sure. But so we're gonna have 3 tents and a hammock most likely in this trip. So this site might work out really well if nobody else is up here. We're gonna try and make it to the next site and see if that also will be good for us. Well, I feel like 3 hours is some good time going down. If we turn back now.
What's that?
If we turn back now, we'd have 3 hours of...
Yeah, I don't know that we need. I'm good to go to 6:30.
Yeah.
I think we. I don't know if Otis in danger, but he's not scared.
I just know there were places on the top that I was a bit freaked out to hike.
I don't even. Stuff like this, he has no problem. It's further climbing up. He just jumped right on down. There's your cave, Otis. Camp in there. The thing about 107 is 2.7. So the math is definitely wrong. I'm gonna go up here away from the spring.
Okay.
Almost.
Well, we've reached the limit to our time for today. We still have about 1.75 miles to the swinging bridge, but this is what the trail looks like now. It's pretty serious. So we may be camping at that first spot, which was what, 2 miles?
Yeah, 2.5 miles maybe.
2.5 miles, but a great view. Yesterday's hike was a lot of fun. My dad and I hiked for 5 hours and went 7 miles up on Grandfather Mountain, and we're both kind of tired. I don't really feel too good today. I'm not sure what it is, but anyway, I'm gonna try and work through it. My mom was just up and she brought some hostas and planted them around this tree, and it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna get some tools and go down here past the garden spot and try to pull up some of the stumps that I cut like 6 years ago. I'd love to be able to just take the mower and just head on down that hill and mow that whole thing with the riding mower, since it did such a good job here on these other hills. So let's step down here and try to get some stumps out of the ground. One of the very first things I want to tackle is a rock that is right here. I have hit this thing so many times with my other mower, it's not even funny. I have a feeling it's kind of a big one. Oh yeah. So I have smacked that thing several times trying to mow around here. So 5 to 6 years ago, this whole area was covered in trees that were about 20 foot tall, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to dig these stumps up or not. I just have to try it out and see, because I'd love to be able to run the mower all along here. But after 6 years, I figure these stumps should be pretty well rotten. A little chopping, a little digging, and there we go. That should do it. I think I'm gonna toss these down the hill so I can get them with the cart later. And then I guess I need to just fill this hole back in. Well, besides this stump here, most of it looks pretty good now. I've just thrown all the other stumps down here, and I have to clean those up later. I've got a good bit of wood just stuck all up in there, and then there's actually a good bit here with some pretty good sized rocks as well that I will need to clean out of here. So anyway, it's looking pretty good. Oh boy, one of those stumps was really stubborn, but I finally got it out. So I think I'm almost ready to mow down that hill. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. I am sweaty and nasty and about to go shower off. So I'm gonna close out for today. Thanks for watching. As always, write a nice comment below if you have something fun to say. And also check out the Land to House hats for sale now at landtohouse.com. Link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.